Ah,
All right. Welcome, gentlemen. It's another good day. I don't know if it's good or what when it comes to Zambian football, but yeah, Zambia plays Morocco. We've seen a lot of talk happening. Kazman, finally, Mwaisa
with,
boss, it's good to have you here.
yeah,
And
no, it's my pleasure. I'm happy to be part of
uh,
this podcast.
well, Tatwala understand. But anyway, without wasting much of the time, we are previewing Zambia versus Morocco, match day 3. Yeah, Mark will help us with the lineup. It's already out. So Mark, quickly take us through the lineup, and we hear the reactions of the one and only our resident soccer analyst, Kazman.
Yeah. Okay, so some surprising changes to the lineup. In goal, there still remains Willard Mwanza. He has conceded
Mm.
only one goal at this tournament. We have Matthews Banda maintaining his spot in the team. We have Dominic and Benson Sakala at the center of the back line. We have Hamasenya making his debut at this Afcon. Then we have Kabaso Chongo, we have Miguel Chaiwa and Joseph Liteta. I don't know which position Kabaso will be playing, possibly defensive midfield. Then we
I
have
don't think
Kings
so.
Kangwa, we have Patson Daka, and then we have Luambo Msonda making up the starting 11. Your thoughts?
Kazman, you go first. We want to hear from you
Mr. Musuku,
since this is the first time you're appearing. Yeah, tell us, what do you think? I'm of the opinion that
much
Kawaso is playing defense with Dominic Chand, and then Benson Sakala will be in the mid. Yeah, will be our defensive
so I
midfield.
think
I'm
probably
not sure.
pro, probably Kawaso will partner with Dominic, then Benson will be pushed in the midfield.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Are you getting me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
yes,
get
yes.
you.
We are getting you.
Sorry?
We are getting you. You can go ahead.
Hello?
We
Hello?
can get you, Kazman. We are getting you. You can go
Yes, I
ahead,
can get
Kazman.
you. So I was saying that
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, probably Kawaso will be partnering with Dominic in the central defense. Then Benson will be pushed into the midfield together with Riteta and Miguel. Then Krings will be given a free role. Then Patson and Lobambo will be up front. That's what I'm thinking.
But do you think otherwise Charlie and Derek have joined us? I'm just trying to get them to the screen as well. But as we do that, do you think it's wise to play Cavaso in these high stake games? Obviously, Cavaso's problems are well documented when it comes to him being rushed sometimes and failing to make proper decisions, especially when it comes into high intensity games. And sometimes he's made decisions that are questionable even in the low level games. Do you think it's wise to actually have him in a game like this? I understand playing Benson as a defensive mid, but Cavaso surely. Hello?
Is the question directed to me?
Yeah, go on. You can pick it on.
Okay. Well, what is the coach thinking when we look at the lineup and also the selection of Kabaso Chongo? You
Yeah,
can make one or two assumptions. Maybe he has gone
yeah.
for
Which one?
experience at the back. If
Okay.
not for experience, he has gone for Kabaso is good with aerial balls. Possibly
Mm-hmm.
Morocco, if they can't break us through the middle, as we are packing the
Mm-hmm.
midfield, they might
Yeah.
resolve to go in the flanks, and we need
Mm.
the aggressiveness and the aerial ability of Kawaso Chongo in the box. In fact, in both
Mm-hmm.
boxes, He will be helpful in defending crosses and corners, and also in the other box to try to capitalize on set pieces where we have been poor at this Afcon.
Yeah. Charlie, let me get your feeling. I assume you've seen the lineup. If you haven't, the coach has made 3 changes. In comes Hamasenia left back. Kabaso Chongo comes in possibly to partner Dominic Chanda, with Benson Sakala being pushed into the middle of the park as our defensive midfielder. In comes also is Liteta, whom myself and Mark have been calling for, just as we have been calling for Hamasenia. But my concern really has been, or is rather, is starting Kabaso Chongo. How do you feel? Obviously, you watched him quite a lot when he was playing for your favorite and beloved Cabo Warriors. What do you think of him coming into this encounter and being trusted to help us see shut Morocco out from beating us? Ooh, he seemed to have gone. Anyway, I had the suggestion. Mark, you saw my preferred lineup, and that was we are happy that one of the things we've been calling for, that is Amasenya playing left back, has been locked into the team, and also we are seeing Lubambo being pushed to the right flank, which we've been also calling for as a right winger. But also we've seen Liteta also making his debut, and you and I have been advocates for these 3 changes to be made. What do you think? What do we expect to see from these changes, barring my concerns and worry about Kabaso? Let's say it works. What do you think was running in the coach's mind? I had suggested we go with a 4-4-2 diamond formation, where we have Patson being partnered by Jack, but the coach has chosen to stick with his trusted guys up front there. What do you make of the coach's approach? Does this look like it's a positive a game and encounter going into the match?
The changes are very much welcome. Very much welcome. But I believe they are just a game too late. I think these changes were needed when we were playing Comoros. These kind of changes would have helped us a whole lot, because what we have lacked in the previous games. Oh, Kasha is back. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can. Go on, Mark.
Okay.
Hello?
So we can hear you.
You can go on, sir.
I don't know if you...
I'll mute him for now. You can go on.
Okay. So with the previous 2 games that we have had, we have lacked a sense of control. We have rarely controlled the ball. We have rarely controlled the tempo of the game, because we didn't have someone who can control the midfield alongside Klings Kangwa. So we were making rush passes, hospital passes, but when you have a good passer in the midfield, someone like Liteta, who is more composed on the ball, technically secure, who can pick out a pass, switch play comfortably. You have a bit more control in the midfield, and you can pick your moments to hit Morocco. Will it work? Will the changes work? Yes, sir?
No, you can go on.
Again, I was talking about Liteta in the midfield. Of course, there is also the reintroduction of Miguel Chayoa in the middle of the park. There's also who famously had a good game against Morocco last time out. And we also have Hamasenya making his debut at left back, and he will be very, very helpful because we have Hakimi on that flank, as well. So defensively, will be much needed to be alert. It would have been helpful if he had game time in the Comoros game. It would be easy for him to come into this game with more confidence.
Hello?
And we can hear you.
Kazman, we can hear you. Mark is the one is the one talking at the moment. Can you hear us?
Kashi, are you able to hear us?
Oh.
Are you able to get us?
Network.
He seems you can't get us for now. Yeah.
Okay.
You can continue, sir.
Mark and Mr.
Okay.
Variant.
We can get you, Kashia. We can get you. He seems to be having network challenges,
Yes.
so you can continue, sir. You can
Someone in
continue.
the comments.
I think you can continue with your thoughts for now.
Okay.
So
we have
looking at the time.
Hamasenya will be instrumental at left back, seeing that we are facing one of the best right backs in the world. I believe Kings Kango will be playing left wing. We haven't really seen him play that role, but I'm sure he'll be playing more as an inside forward than an out and out winger. So that will allow Hamasenya to do some overlaps, and maybe that is where Kawaso and Benson will come in for security on that left flank as well. So we hope it works. We hope it works. Yeah, it's a good tactic on paper, trying to negate Morocco's strength and as well capitalize on the weaknesses that they have.
We have seen a lot of talk happening. First, before we go to that, earlier as you and I were discussing, I was just speaking to my thoughts. Really, we don't really need to be to dwell so much on the point I'm trying to make is I don't think the guys need to be overcoached if there's something like that, or being drilled into what they should do and not do, because this is a high-stake game, and like you've said, these changes have come in a game too late. So being a coach, imagine you are in Sichone's shoes tonight with only just under just well over 30 minutes to kick off. What would you be telling the guys in the dressing room right now? What would you be telling them right now?
Right now, what the coach needs to remind the players of is just for them to go and enjoy the game, because this one is a free hit. Morocco are favorites for the Afcon. They are hosts. They're not invincible. Winning against them is not impossible, but of course we know the odds are against us. But more so, the pressure, even as the odds are against us, the pressure is on Morocco to come out of this game with a result. What the coach needs is to relieve the pressure that is on the team right now. We have the same record that we had in 2015 and 2023. The same record we drew to, and going into the last game, it's a free hit. It's just to let the guys play their football. Just say, guys, play your football. Don't lose your heads, because once that is gone, we'll be sacrificed. But if we keep our heads, just play our football. Don't play the occasion, play the game. That is all we need, especially with Fashion Sakala out through illness, as we were told earlier. The pressure might get to the players. One of our most important players is not here, but just calming them down, allowing them to play their football, express themselves, enjoy the game, win or lose. This Afcon is looking more as an exposure kind of Afcon where we go and gain more experience so that we can come back better. But
what are the chances of Zambia? What are the chances of Zambia progressing? Let's go to the permutations. Looking at currently we sit third on 2 points, and Comoros sits bottom with a point. Mali is in second with 2 points, and Morocco is topping with 4 points. What are the possible permutations? What does a draw mean for Zambia going into this game?
A draw might put us in the mix still. Looking at the other results that have played out, Angola failed to pick up a win against Egypt, so they are stuck on 2 points. We saw South Africa defeat Zimbabwe as well. I think there are other groups as well. I think Nigeria needs to win their last game for us to stand a chance as best losers in this
best
Afcon.
third place side. Let's add some dignity to it. Best third place side.
Third, the same thing.
Side, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Ivory Coast won from such a position last time out. We know how it ended.
Yeah, they did. So, and last time we had who did we have? Portugal at the Euros.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Portugal did the same at the Euros. Yeah. Kazman.
So it's
Kazman.
It seems his network is not helpful.
Yeah, so I've just removed him finally. Charlie is also having network issues. Derek says his mic is blocked. I don't know what's happening with him. Derek, try and log out and then try to log in again. Okay.
Yeah. There's,
so
when you
and what does the win? What does the win? What does the win do for Zambia? Where does it places us? Because a draw, you are saying, gives us a chance to finish at the one of the third best placed sides. What does a draw do for us? A win, I mean, do for Zambia?
Group A is very open, seeing that anyone can win that group. I think 3 teams, if not also Comoros, can also win the group. I think possibly 3 teams are able to win that group. So it is quite open. If we win, we possibly top the group, and we are likely to meet a weaker team in the round of 16. If we come out second placed, we might face a stronger opponent. All of these things are good to dream about, but the most important game, of course, is the one that is before us. And if we're able to defeat,
how crucial is this game? How crucial is this game? Do we have what it takes? So it's just a matter of us wanting to qualify and going to the next stage. I mean, do we have the quality? Because when you look at what we've seen so far, both from how the coach has been able to line up. Thank you so much, Charlie, for joining us. Hope your network can hold. All right. Before we come to you, okay, or maybe let's just throw into the deep end. Do you think we want to beat Morocco? Yes, it will be a proud moment, historical victory, but also it will mean we are going to the second round. But do we have what it takes to actually compete when we go to the next round? Or it will be a thing of progressing from the sooner we progress to the last 16, and then we are back home. Charlie.
All right. About the knockout stages, I think we'll pick it up when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. However, today, looking at the stats that are being presented, today is a must win for us. Today is a must
Yeah.
win for us. And looking at the changes that have been made, I think even the coach is psyched together with the players that we are going onto the field to pick up a win and not anything less. And that is what we want. And if you look at the changes that have been made, I think if many have been following what we have been saying on this show, most of the changes are in line with what we wanted to see. And for that we are happy. And I think for natural causes we don't have our captain today, Fashion Sakala, which I think is okay with us. Which I think is okay with us. We are not complaining. We are not complaining. Natural.
Someone has said it.
Natural causes. So we want to win today. We don't want to pick up anything less other than a win. And then if we do get a win tonight, I think knockout stages can go either way. We can take a leaf from the previous edition in 2023. The hosts, Ivory Coast, didn't have a good group game phase, but when they reached the knockout phases, luck was also on their side. You can win via penalty shootout and all those things. So I think for us, what we just need to do is that win today's game, and the other thing will sort themselves out. So as in for the expectations that we have as fans, as people that are previewing and reviewing our game, is that we have to win. We have to win. We don't have to be anxious in any way. I watched earlier when I watched the interview by William Salah, and he termed Morocco as a beatable side, much as he said they are overrated, which I think is of.
Do you also Charlie, to just ride on your thought? Do you also think that the gentleman meant to say they are highly rated and not overrated?
Yeah, basically, especially as as a teacher of language, you can tell even some other non-verbal features that's not basically the language item that he wanted to be used. And this is one thing that we need to work on as Football Association of Zambia. We need to train people in terms of footballing etiquette, footballing decorum. What kind of language are you supposed to use? Because much as you are confident, you are also supposed to be respectful to your opponents. So that is something that we need to work on. But we wait to see the game, and I hope that we win tonight, sir. This is my submission.
On Kawasocho, before Mark comes in, I had asked you a question. I have my own premonitions when it comes to him starting this game. What is your overall feeling having him? Mark has shown me some positive signs and sides which I can look at. I'm trying to be positive, but I don't know. What's your feeling?
My take is that I think he has grown in terms of footballing maturity, because Kawanso Chongo is one player who is extremely good, but he tends to act a little bit overhyped, over-exuberant sometimes, which I think may cost us. If you remember the Algeria game that we played here in Zambia at Hero Stadium, he was trying to clear the ball with an overhead kick, something like that, and it ended up in our opponent, and then they ended up scoring. And then last year, he also miscalculated one of his plays, which ended up in a goal. So I think through those mistakes, he has grown maturely. And if you look at him at Cabo Warriors, this is what made Zesco United to come for him, because a lot of people have believed to say, okay, now this person has grown in terms of his football, especially him also having playing his trade in Congo, playing for TP Mazembe. I think he has grown maturely, and I think he deserves this shot. He deserves this shot, and aligning my thoughts to Max, though I didn't hear. I think we have to be positive about him being incorporated into the squad. He's not only bringing the maturity side of him, but also the expertise that most of the young players need today. And for that, I'm very happy. I think he's going to give us a good side of him, and I believe we are supposed to win the game, should and we must win this game. Thank
Wow. That's some positive there that I was looking for with regards to cover. So I think he has to earn my trust, and that starts tonight. A good game for him. Personally, will earn him a lot of respect. I respect him as a professional, and that has shown with his consistency. I think he's been around for more than 10 years now, if my memory serves me well. It's been quite around, and he's one of the most experienced players that we actually need. If we can keep a cool head, then we have something going there, and will help us get through Morocco. Let's get a bit tactical here. Where do you think, or what do you think Zambia needs to do differently from the last two games to actually have a real shot at winning this? I'll start with Mark.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Coming into this tournament, we came as a team that had won their last two Afcon qualifying groups. We were top even when there was Ivory Coast in our group. We topped that group with Avram Grant. So the team is very capable, but it hasn't shown those capabilities in this tournament and just in this year in general. We have struggled for form. And one thing that we didn't do in the first two games that I think we can try to utilize is our press. I talked about it the other show that we had, the final whistle, when we had it. We do not press well. If you see Patson Daka, he's the one who is running, chasing defenders alone. But there is need for a pattern when you are pressing. One person cannot get the ball alone. So if we had a pattern, maybe we are pressing in a 4-4-2 and pick our moments when to press, because we know Morocco are going to have the lion's share of the ball, the possession. We know that. So how do we get the ball off of Morocco, and who do we target? Because there are weak points, those who are not secure on the ball, those who are not as press resistant, that we can target. So that when they are given the ball, we press them, we win it back high up the pitch and create chances from there. So that would be very, very important. What would be our shape when we don't have the ball? That would be very, very important.
Oh, we have Derek. Derek, we'll put you directly in the line of fire. Why are you trying to run away? What do you think of the game? Generally, what do you think of the game? What are your feelings going into the game?
Okay, by the way, me, I'm just a enthusiastic soccer fan. I'm not an expert per
Yes.
se.
Yeah, give us your perspective as a soccer fan.
I'm commenting from the soccer fan point of view.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, Kawasatongo, number one, that is a mistake we have made. Please bear with me. I'm commenting from that level. Yes, that's the
Please
mistake we
go
have.
ahead. No one will crucify you, Derek.
Mistake we have made. Kawasatongo, like what my brother said, he doesn't know when to make those clinical fouls. You know Morocco the way they are, they will do everything just to attract that penalty. That's what they did with is it South Africa?
Mali.
I think they did the same with
Mali?
South Africa. Mali, yes.
South Africa,
yes,
they
Mali.
missed the penalty. South Africa, they missed the penalty when they were knocked out. Hakimi missed the penalty.
Yes, they did the same. So they will attract Kawasotongo weakness. He's a very good man in terms of defense, but he doesn't know when to make those fouls. So that's his weakness. Otherwise, for me, the team is okay. It's fine. It's only that they have brought that sack. Nah, that's Kawasotongo in the defense. But otherwise, it's okay. It's fine. The weakness will be Kawasotongo. I'm telling you, there will be those moments when we need defense, and Morocco will be attacking. We'll just make one blunder, then our uh, they'll make that penalty, whereby they will even score. So,
Yeah.
for me, Kawasocho is the weakest turn. What led them to bring Kawasotongo? Did we have any issues to do with the defense, like in the past two games that we have had? Okay, what's that? Our guy has been on the front line. Why why tampering with the defense? I don't know. I think that's my submission.
I think you see, Derek, even if you are speaking from what you are calling that level, uh, I sort of share your sentiments, But before I say whatever I think, Joseph is joining us. He promised to watch Joseph Amanzi. Thank you so much, brother man, for promising and sticking to the promise. Please feel free to share the link and make sure that as many Zambians and as many people as possible join us, and feel free to also share your thoughts and subscribe, as well as help us reach as many people. After this, we'll have a reaction show to react to the whatever result Zambia will post. So we'll have another 30-minute session tonight. So don't move a muscle afterwards. Charlie, what do you think? We have a few minutes before we can wind up so that you guys get prepared for the game. If you haven't eaten, you need to eat because we might not be able to eat afterwards. So, Charlie, what do you think we should do differently as Zambia to actually get a positive result out of this game? It's a mammoth task ahead of us. That's one thing we cannot deny. But what do we do differently that we haven't done against Comoros and Mali?
All right. So for me, what I would suggest, something that we need to do differently, is that not to permit our opponents to dictate the game. If you looked at the Mali and Morocco game, Mali went toe-to-toe against Morocco, which did not permit them to have authority and control over the entire match. And this is a mistake that we have made previously, because we permitted Morocco to dictate the game. In the second game, we permitted Comoros to dictate the game. So we should go toe-to-toe with our opponents and ensure that we do not allow them to set the tempo of the match. Let us play uniquely with what suits us, not according to what the opponents present to us. And the other thing that has been my anthem is making use of the flanks, because I believe this is the modern football strategy that everybody else is using. Look at the South Africa game that we had earlier on. You find that Apolis and Moremi were making it into the box because Mudau and Modiba were overlapping. And this is something that was helping them even have control when the enemies want to start from the back, because these will be running to and fro. You look at Lau Foster, he was all over. Moremi was all over. Apolis was all over, making it very hard for Zimbabwe to start from the back and set a particular tempo that they would want to match. Now, with the changes that have been made, I think this is what we want to see today. Because if we have good balls that are being whipped into the box, then obviously our strikers will be put to good use, specifically Pats and Daka. So this would be my cry today. Let's not permit our opponents to set the pace or the tempo of the match. Let's do it our way. Let's go punch for punch. Let's go, if they are coming at us swiftly, let us do these things. I think all of us have been convinced that the settings that we use on FIFA, when we are playing against a person that we haven't played before, we quickly run to the setting and say, oh, this person is quite fast. Let me change, fast build up, all those things. this is the basic knowledge that we need in order to dictate the match according to our specification and play uniquely to the Zambian traditional football that we know. My submission, sir.
Before, as we are getting to wind up, a friend of mine, I don't know who shares this sentiment, said the Morocco game should be Zambia's easiest game. And his reasoning was, it's because we kind of play the similar brand of football with Morocco. I'm not sure how true that is, but you gentlemen can help me understand. But he said Morocco gives us a good game because we sort of have that brand of football where we pass and all that. And they are not the most biggest people that you find, or most physical guys that you can play against, of which I agree on the physicality. And when it comes to stature, they are not the biggest guys you will find. They are different with West Africans. Does that play to our advantage, really? And also, under a minute each of you, who will be key to Zambia winning this game? Fashion is out. We'll start with Mark. Mark, you can have 2 minutes, and then we'll come to Charlie 2 minutes, then Derek 2 minutes, and then we wind up.
Okay. With the issue to do with Morocco and
as
we are not facing.
You also add your prediction,
yeah. When we face teams that are more physical, more dominant, we struggle. We struggle, especially against West African teams. With North African teams, our struggle is when we are away from home. That is when we struggle. We've seen Zambia beat the likes of Algeria at home. Even in times past, we have beaten the likes of who else did we play in the qualifiers?
Even Morocco itself.
Anyway, yeah. So at home, they are not a problem. Away from home is where the crowds, the intimidation. You know how North Africa can be. It can be a very hostile ground to play on. So that's kind of the issue. But when it comes to physicality, when it comes to technique, we are almost on par usually.
Yeah.
So no wonder the games are closer when we play North African teams. We enjoy our football more. That's the apologetic I can give concerning that reasoning. I can concur with it a bit. That being said, we will have space for our attack.
Who will be key? Who will be key for Zambia?
Who will be key for us? It will have to be. It will have to be how we take care of the ball. So that means Kings Kangwa and Joseph Liteta, who the most technically gifted players that we have. So how they keep the ball, how they keep us ticking, will determine how we manage this game. And also,
thank you. What's your
prediction?
What's your prediction?
Okay,
what's your prediction
will be 2-1 Zambia. Yes.
2-1 Zambia. That's bold. Charlie, who will be key for the team going for Zambia if we are to get something out of this game?
I'm calling on everybody that has been brought onto the game today. I think this is the opportunity for them to prove to us they've been left out. Now you have been put in the starting 11. Please show us what you're in for. And then the responsibility will be shouldered on everyone that is putting on that Copa jersey tonight. We need you. We need your individual brilliance. What we want is just a win. It doesn't matter if it's a defender who scores, a midfielder, a striker. All we want is a win. And my prediction is 2-1 Zambia.
Wow, 2-1 Zambia. You gents are giving me the belief. Derek, you are scared that Kabasochongo will mess things up for the Chipolopolo. But the giants here don't seem to share your sentiments. What do you think? Are we winning? As a fan of the beloved Chipolopolo, the gentlemen are giving a 2-1 win to Zambia. We are losing by how many goals, Derek?
We are losing. That would be 3-1.
By how many
I
goals?
don't know where
3-1.
this morale of us winning Morocco with our current team is coming from. Because I'm a patriotic Zambia, I'm a patriotic Ghana, but on this one, please, we are losing. We are not going there. We are losing because we
Okay.
haven't performed.
Gentlemen. Derek, we need you after the game. See you at about 23 or so. I'm sitting on the fence, but if you want to push me so hard, I will say it will be a close game, close, very close, tight. But I think one goal decided. One goal. If Kawaso can keep his cool and with Benson as the midfield enforcer, I think this gives Zambia a chance to get one over Morocco. I said it. Mark, see you afterwards, after the game. Thank you so much for coming through, and thank you so much for everyone who joined. Please make sure you share the link and make sure you take part in the discussions by commenting, and also we can give you the link to join and just share your sentiments. That being said, we'll see you immediately after the game. I'll have to let the gents go. I know Mark wants to talk and he has a lot of things to say, but it's 8:45. The game is at 9. I want you to listen to Dennis Liwewe for a bit, just to, the spirits. Otherwise, thank you so much. See you after the game. And see you after the game. Derek, all the best. It's like the gents are rooting for Zambia, and I have joined the club. Good evening.
Thank you.